Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Schmoedown reaction right here on Dedicated to Art. As usual, I'm your host, Kees Cornelissen, joined by the usual panel, Chris and Nico, to react to a little less high-profile match, because last week we had two big matches from the live event, and this Friday we have a very big one. So, yeah, this one is just a little bit more relaxed. It's returning Brendan Meyer, aka Bibbs' Stalker, facing a newbie, Drew Grant. I don't know her, but she's making her debut, and I really don't know what to say about her. Nico, what are your thoughts on this match?
It's nice to have a little bit of a cool down match after everything we've been through last week. Basically, that's how they book a lot of big wrestling events. Is they'll put in like a nice little cool down match in between some of the bigger matches just to give the audience a break, and that's what we're getting here. Yes, Brendan Meyer has quickly made a name for himself. He went toe to toe with Paul up until like the very last round, then had the performance of his life in the free-for-all, and now he's stalking one of the best players there is. That said, regarding Drew Grant, there are two ways to look at this. You guys thought it was a shoe-in for Whitney Seibold to beat David Del Rio, whereas I knew there was power in the unknown, and we don't know a lot about Drew Grant, and that can definitely help her in regards to this match. At the same time, history has shown that in the Schmoedown, if your first name is Drew, things might not always go your way. So I am not entirely sure how this is going to play out. I think Brendan Meyer is going to do very well. I don't know if he will win this match because, again, we have no idea what this opponent of Drew Grant has in store for him.
That's very true, yeah. Brendan Meyer, he is 0-1 thanks to Paul Oyama. However, in that match, what happened is that he didn't score the most in round 1. Round 2 was kind of rough as well, but round 3 he killed it, and he put up a lot of points, and it just shows. He might actually be a little bit like Bibbs, where he might not know every question, but he knows a lot, where he can put up points, and I know that he'll definitely do that today, and it's really the question if Drew is able to go with that or not. Well, we're gonna just press play on this thing in 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh man, I guess they
there he is.
Party here. There's no way to store coffee. Might as well
What is he
help
doing?
out. Here all the time. Oh.
Well, yeah, when you're working, actually,
Hey,
you
Mr.
gotta drink
Beast.
coffee a lot.
Yeah.
Mr.
I'm here.
Beast.
I'm at the studio. I'm excited for my next match. Excited to get back into singles. Yep. Done everything you told me. Been studying the game. Yep. Yes. Of course. Yes. You got it. Yep. All right. Hey, look, I just appreciate all your help, and I'll see you soon. All right. Yeah, actually, I'll see you at the Dave Matthews Band concert, right? Huh? Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast?
He hung up on you.
Guess we'll see him there.
I wonder if he has a voodoo doll in his room somewhere. Oh, of Bibbs.
Probably.
But, by the way, if it had gone, no, you hung up first. You hung up on me.
Yes.
Scary movie.
Woo!
Hello, ladies and
Nico
gentlemen.
and I don't.
Welcome to the movie Trivia Schmoedown.
That was
Alongside author
response
Ken
to the
Knapsack.
shirt that
This
he
is
was
his
wearing.
book, Why We Love Star Wars, 100 Reasons Why You Should Enjoy the Galaxy Far, Far Away. That's Ken Knapsack. I
There
am
it
Mark
is.
Baby Carrots Ellis. Ken, when you're not hawking books you just wrote, you are announcing matches with
I'm actually
me.
2 chapters in
boy,
and
we
really
have a
liking
good
it so
one
far.
today with a couple of relatively new
I need to buy the
and
book.
even somebody making their debut.
Making their debut. That's so exciting. We welcome a new face, a new personality.
catch
new
up on my
competitor for
reading.
Movie
Very
Trivia
good.
Schmoedown. So happy to be with you. You were a star of my favorite 80s show, Magnum PI, and I enjoy being here with you now.
You're my helicopter flying pilot.
Absolutely. This is going to be interesting. I love when there's unknown quantities. We don't know what we're going to get from one of the competitors, and another one is still relatively new and is out to prove himself even more after a tough loss to start his career.
Yeah, let's talk about Brendan the Kid Meyer, because he was a highly touted newcomer to the league this year, somebody who studied matches. He was a huge fan. He's an actor of note, so he's all these things, Ken, and he just wasn't able to win his first match. But the first horse out of the gate doesn't always necessarily win the race when you're talking about
Pretty sure it was the
a
hat that
career,
doomed him.
and Brendan Meyer showed a lot of promise in his debut performance.
Look, I as someone who loses first and often, I can tell you can recover from these things. And Brendan had a tough match against Paul Oyama, who is one of these new upstarts in the league. I've had some run-ins with him too. He's a talented competitor. You got to give him
the phrasing of that.
Well, I just have some strong opinions about it, but
that implies something entirely different than what you meant it to.
But he goes to the free-for-all,
where
dreams can happen. Dreams can be made, goals can be reached, and he put on a big showing at the free-for-all. You were there.
I was there. I was announcing it alongside Christian George Harloff while you were probably finishing up the closing chapters of this book, Why We Love Star Wars.
In truth, I was day drinking.
That's what authors do. So you're a first-time author, and we have a first-time competitor here in Video Drew, someone I've known for a few years now in these entertainment world circles, but she's somebody who brings a lot of knowledge to the table. But Ken, it's always the same question to ask. Can you put it together and have it at the forefront of your brain in those 15 seconds when you need
it's
to
much
come up
better.
with the correct
Absolutely. Taco Tuesday seems great till you get to the
But it's
rest
still
of it.
not
It
a
keeps
good
on coming.
thing to be,
You've got
but
to
it's
sit
better
here
than
and
what you
ask
had
yourself,
before.
Am I really ready? Am I just ready because I saw it on a screen?
It's what
We always
Brendan
talk
is.
about the lights. It's not just the literal. I mean, the lights, they make me look
And this is
more
why we like it.
bald than I am, but also it really adds
funny.
pressure. It's a figurative spiritual.
It's very
stress
awkward, and that's
that
why it's
comes down
funny.
on you. But I was talking to Video
I
Drew
don't think
before, and
anyone
she
is in the
seems
studio
very
because I don't hear
confident
any
and
audience.
to make her mark here in the Schmoedown.
And Taco Tuesday, nice reminder that you are taking some of
We
that
don't
book
know
money,
that.
taking me out to Brazilian Steakhouse Fogo de Chao as soon as
I'm
we are
hearing
done
people.
here today.
There
I
it
knew
is.
that would get a rise out of the crowd. Let's take a look
Like,
at
it's
the
when you
pre-interview
say it
that each
happens.
competitor did.
Be careful what you wish for.
Someone will win $1 million.
Woo!
I'm really excited going into my second singles match. Wasn't able to get it done in my debut, but I was up against a tough opponent.
Brendan Meyer, kind of an unknown, but he came in and was a big fan of the league, and he is ready for his shot. And your winner!
I feel like I learned a lot about how to play the game in that first match. I think I can do better than that, and I'm happy with that for the first show.
I think Brendan held up okay, and I look forward to seeing more from him as well.
We have an upset Cinderella story in the making. Look at this.
Oh.
The kid. Wow. What an ovation for the kid.
He had the
Also,
performance
coming
of
off
his
the free-for-all,
life.
I feel like I finally showed
18 rounds.
that I can't compete in this league, but today's match is all about showing that I can win.
Hi, my name is Video Drew, and I'm competing in Schmoedown. And I'm going to win this tournament, and I'm going to win every
Nico,
tournament.
are you creeped out?
And I'm going to rule
A little bit.
over Schmoedown. It's my first time, but I am very confident.
I honestly am not totally sure what to expect with Drew Grant. I'm expecting her to be great. I'm expecting that if she wants to get in there, she feels confident and probably knows a ton about movies and loves movies like everybody else. But yeah, I don't have a lot of backstory on her, so it'll be an interesting thing to see what kind of match it's going to be.
Video Drew's strengths, besides everything, are horror movies. My weaknesses are political dramas, hot guys, and probably some stuff about directors.
You know, getting advice, you know...
The delivery is so dry.
It's
And
so perfect.
That's why it
you know,
works.
today, wishing
That's
me luck
what-
for my match, and,
It's
you know,
perfect.
it means a lot when you've got someone like the Beast, one of the all-time greats.
So
kinda giving
tell me,
you
Drew,
support and makes you feel
You know,
more accepted in the league and more
where does
comfortable
Vincent
when you
Price
step out
rank
over
in
lights.
the
I might
amongst the
not
four?
know
Is he
all
better
your
than
big
John
franchises,
Carradine, or
but
do you
I
prefer
know
Peter
the
Cushing or
details,
Christopher Lee?
and that's
You
what's
know,
important in this game. Know your opponent's weaknesses, strategize, and then burn it all to the ground.
Well, I'm hoping that they can expect to see showings more like at the free-for-all. I feel like I have a lot of knowledge.
This is like
I'm really putting
happiness
effort in here,
versus
so
sadness.
I would expect to see good things.
literally,
I'm
this
going to
is
be going
joy
one-on-one
versus anger.
Against Brendan
Day
Meyer.
versus night.
I love his work, VOA, Goosebumps. I think that he has a lot going for him in about 10 years. As a young man with a whole life ahead of him, he should drop out now before he gets creamed by Video Drew.
Drew, I'm looking forward to playing you. It's going to be a lot of fun, but I know, hey, my first match, I made a couple mistakes. It was tough under there. It wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be, so I wish you luck, and it's going to be tough. And for the rest of the league, I'm expecting to win this one, and coming for the rest of you.
Literally could not be more opposite.
I don't know how I don't know what to say.
But yeah, you see that. I mean,
Another opposite that I kind of want to see now is
entertainment sports landscape. Are you going to be a face? Are you going to be heel? Are you still finding your way? A lot of mystery surrounding not only how she's going to be as far as
one of the real rejects face Kevin Smets. That's also
oh my God, Greg Alba versus Kevin Smets. Let's do it.
Right?
Well, yeah, the Beast, William Bibiani himself.
Friday.
Kind of mentoring him.
It's gonna be a wonderful
Tony
day.
Stark to a Peter Parker type of situation.
Oh, yeah.
He's not here today, so I guess.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
But you know, you're right. Either something you'll
Hashtag
just
shameless
look at it and be
plug.
like, yeah, you seem like a good dude. You know.
Good dude, and Video Drew, we're going to find out all
Hashtag
about
not
her
just because of the
racket.
Schmoedown match.
Let's go to the tail of the tape. Do we know anything about either one of
Yeah, well, you know, tail of the tape, we got Video Drew strings include actors, just actors in general, knowing them, rom-coms and horror, which if
We're having too much fun with
it's
this.
the same thing. And then Brendan Meyer, talked to him. You know, the kid says very confidently, directors,
Being nice.
Oscars.
Being nice.
Ready to go.
He's ready to
It's a
go.
good
You
look
ready to go?
for him.
Yes, sir.
I never want to see him go
One of the
heel.
reasons why we love Star Wars. I am ready to go as well. And with that, it's time for the movie.
He will do
trivia
heelish things eventually, but he won't realize he's being a heel. He will be doing it all in the name of kindness.
In the
He
name
will
of-
literally kill someone with kindness.
Absolutely.
Fair enough.
Change that ribbon often.
Just literally.
Intro.
Do sing first.
Making
Schmoedown
debut. Meaning she has a record of 0 wins and 0 defeats. This is
I don't recognize the theme.
Video
It's Twilight Zone.
Right. Something that I've never seen before.
Look at this.
Feeling
I like
the
it.
crowd.
I like it.
Very spiritual. And I.
Oh, no. Oh, that
Is that-
scared me.
Is that Blair Witch?
It scares me. It takes me back to 1999. Oh, boy. I didn't like that. When he came
She's
down, he's in the corner.
making eyes right at you,
Yeah.
Ken.
Like,
Wow.
she
Look at this.
is she an undead warrior? Like, I
No,
love this.
She's not. She's a good friend of mine.
I don't know why this is making me laugh so hard.
You hang out with, though. All right.
Because she performs it so
and
well.
Her opponent,
Yeah.
Yes!
with a record of 0 wins
That's
and
awesome.
1 defeat. Here is Brendan the Kid Meyer.
There's Brendan.
Woo.
Look at this,
He's out. That's a nice guy.
That's a nice guy.
That's a nice guy. Ken Knapsack, 2019.
Unclear if Video Drew has seen the 2nd season of the OA. We're about to find out all of these things. Brendan Meyer, Video Drew, welcome back to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Drew, very happy to have you for your debut performance here in the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Video Drew, happy to be here.
Video Drew speaks in the 3rd person. I like Video Drew. Mark Ellis likes Video Drew. We are going to talk about the rules now in round number 1. Round number 1, you're going to hear 8 questions from 8 different corners of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown galaxy.
I'm trying to think, who else did the 3rd person thing for a while?
As soon as we ask the question, please write down
Dagnino?
your best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard in front of you. Once we ask you by name to reveal your answer, please show what you wrote on the whiteboard to the camera. At the
I guess
same
she
time,
really is
verbalize
something
your
new.
answer into the microphone. I'll remind each competitor throughout
cool.
the duration of the 3-round match, you have 3 uses
I mean,
of the JTE rule. So
Winston
if you're
and
answering your
Zipper
first
did
question
refer to
right,
themselves
you can
as,
time, use
Oh,
the
as
Black
as
Man.
Black
you
Man
also
and
each
Zipper
have
Man,
one
yeah.
challenge to be used
Yeah.
at any time throughout the 3-round match. With that, Brendan, the Kid, Meyer, you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Good to see you, son. Video Drew, you ready to make your debut?
Video Drew is inevitable.
Video Drew is inevitable, and let's
What
get
the
ready to Schmoedown!
Those eyes.
Those eyes, so perfect.
And Ken, what is our...
It's like a disappointed librarian just staring you into, just staring into your soul.
What 2006 1997 World War II era drama stars Keira Knightley, James McAvoy, and Saoirse Ronan.
Crap.
Saoirse.
Relative. I sound like I'm a Saoirse Ronan.
Ah.
Dentures are about to fall out.
I'm.
That's all I know.
And Knapsack has dentures, and we learned something.
I'm probably very wrong here.
Probably.
Warhorse?
Pride and Prejudice?
And we go to
Atonement.
Oh, crap.
It is Atonement. Drew, did you have it?
Video Drew
Yeah.
says atonement.
Drew is
All right.
with Atonement.
I know about the movie. I
Alrighty.
just couldn't think
So
of the
each
name.
competitor on the
It's all
board.
good.
Now, your next question comes from the world of coming-of-age movies. Coming-of-age films. In what coming-of-age film does Jesse Eisenberg play a character who works at an amusement park?
Oh shoot! What is the name? What is the title of that movie? Oh wait.
Delivering
Hey, my entrance music is in this movie. It's part of the soundtrack.
Is that Drew?
I wish it was.
We are the sons of no one.
Adventureland?
Adventureland. Well done. Skywalker says Adventureland.
Decrees Adventureland.
The decree
That is
has
correct.
been ratified. 1 point. Brendan?
Adventureland.
He also had Adventureland.
Tied up. This is reminding me like a Deion Sanders press conference. Question 3 comes in the category of 2010s. In La La Land, who plays Bill, the owner of the restaurant, who fires Sebastian for playing jazz music instead of the traditional Christmas set?
I'm not going to try. Nope.
I gotta say, I'd probably fire
I think this is right.
I would have.
The customers are here to celebrate in the season of giving, not to listen to your dumb jazz.
Customers are always right, especially Sonic the Hedgehog customers.
He won the Oscar for the other Damien Chazelle movie,
2, 1.
J.K.
And so
Simmons.
go to Brendan.
Oh, Skywalker shouts J.K. Simmons.
Drew have it.
Video Drew guesses Pharrell.
Oh.
Drew, incorrect guess.
Incorrect, but
And so now Brendan
Why
Meyer
do I
falls himself
remember
into
that?
the lead 3-2 early in the match. Next question comes in the world of fantasy sci-fi. Fantasy/science fiction. Based off a Roald Dahl book, this film centers around a wonderful little girl who is a genius with a great teacher and bad parents.
Yes.
Wonderful little girl says who?
I have to know this. Well, that was Dutch.
5, 4.
I'm blanking though.
2, 1.
Matilda.
Matilda.
Go to Video Drew.
Video Drew commands Matilda.
That is
We
true.
will adhere to your command with a point. Does Brendan Meyer have it?
Yeah, I'll just Matilda.
Directed by Dan.
This has to be strategic. She's trying to make him laugh to the point that he can't think.
It seems like his answers are a lot boring.
It-
than
well,
what's
it's-
Drew trying to bring to the table.
Sadly, it's not
Fifth
working,
question
but man, is it
comes in the
charming.
category of animated. This Pixar regular voiced Yeti, aka the abominable snowman.
Ah.
in
Oh shoot! What's his name? What is his name? I looked this up too.
Join.
I know one guy, and his name is Jose Canseco.
I know a movie he made me cry in.
He is in every single one of them.
I know.
Oh
shoot.
no!
John
Ah!
Ratzenberger.
I got it mistaken for Richard Kind.
No, it's
Shit.
John Ratzenberger.
Damn it.
It is John Ratzenberger. Does Video Drew have
To be
it?
fair, Richard Kind is a Pixar regular.
Did not have it.
Statement is inaccurate, so now Brendan Meyer with a 2
Okay,
point
Chris,
lead
looks like
over
we're gonna need
Video Drew.
to
Move on to our next category.
refresh on that one actor.
Of comedies. Give
You
it to me.
shush.
He's in every single movie.
Yeah, but I know that Richard Kind's also in Monsters
Inc.,
Inc., so I just I had a moment.
Remember when Andy Kaufman
I had a
served
moment.
laugh tracks because there were dead people? I'm in that spot right now. Just go.
Here we.
Just
What the
ask
hell is
question.
going on?
I don't know.
Most beloved SNL performer.
Nope,
had his
nope.
Final starring role in the 1998 Western comedy Almost Heroes.
USNL.
The only one I can think of, I'm not entirely sure,
Can you
but
three safety rules? Which beloved SNL performer had his final
either
starring
way,
role
I'm putting a
in
good
1998
actor on
Western
this
comedy
board.
Almost Heroes.
Oh.
The year I moved to Los Angeles.
Graduated high school. So. Oh, 5, 4,
I think this is right. It's very right. Please be right.
2,
Is it Chris Farley?
10
Phil
seconds.
Hartman?
Video Drew.
Video Drew queries Chris Farley.
That's correct.
Oh, well done.
Wow.
Yay!
Go.
Well done, Nico.
They both answered very different fashion, but they both get a point. Ken, 6-4, Brendan.
I like every time Brendan answers, he wonders, should I add more to my answer? It's okay. You're good. You're
Very
good.
apologetic answers from the kid.
Question 7 comes in the category of horror thriller. Horror/thriller. While Christopher Lee played this character 9 times, Gary Oldman got his chance in 1992. Name the character.
Nico, I swear to God, if you don't get this, you're dead.
Can only be one, really.
There's an entire essay about Count Dooku. Yes, absolutely. It's one of my favorite characters.
9 times?
9 times.
It's a lot. Yeah. Dracula.
Oh, fuck.
It is.
Bro.
Yeah, for some reason, I thought Gandalf. I don't know why.
Oh my God!
I choked. I choked under the pressure. I
It
choked
was
under
more
the
thriller. Thank you, Jake.
The Hammer.
Thank you, Jake.
Thank you, Jake.
Listen, consider that my Sandlot moment. Consider that my Sandlot moment.
Mine on a future episode of the movie trivia Schmoedown. Check out our Patreon and select which
Nico.
is right for you. Jake Hammer.
Ian
won in the
McKellen
category of action
plays
adventure
Cat.
with a name like Jake
I
Hammer.
had a brain fart, okay?
I mean, he mentioned Count Dooku.
Brendan Meyer, if he gets this right.
You put the pressure on me. I choked.
Yeah.
It's usually
I-
Pilsners and a Corona, but this is even better.
All right. Another window into Ken's writing
I haven't
process.
seen a single Dracula movie, and even I know that.
Action adventure.
Ugh.
For 1 point, and possibly a perfect round. Robert Carlyle plays a Bond villain that feels no pain.
Ah.
James Bond film. I guess.
So I get why Bond fans like this one. I really do.
Carlisle, I think it's
And I just need
It's stupid.
and I just need to
It's
rewatch
stupid, but it's fun.
Yeah.
I'm
But
just gonna.
by the way, the character name is Bernard.
4,
it. It is.
Carlisle, Pennsylvania.
2,
Dickens.
1. Pens down.
The
Winning
world's
World's not enough.
Drew Graham.
I just wrote Die Another Day, so I had something on the board.
It is not Goldfinger, unfortunately. Does the kid have it for a perfect
The
round?
world is not enough.
The man
Wow.
has a perfect round.
Damn.
Alrighty.
Wow. And
Perfect. round.
tough thing, and not to making your debut, but Ken, Video Drew doing very well in round number 1 with 5 points, but the kid throwing a perfect game thus far. Now we'll see in the bonus question. This is asked just to you, Brendan, so you can just feel free to answer into the microphone, and it will be asked by the 4 Pilsners deep, Ken Knapsack.
All right. As Ross Porter used to say while announcing Dodger games, this run is going to be great. What 2017 dramedy follows a man who escapes life as a captive in an underground
Oh, it's the one with
bunker
Mark Hamill in
and
it.
sets out to make a movie of the only TV
Something
show
bear,
he's
something bear.
Brigsby Bear?
That's
That's
correct
it.
for another point.
All right.
Look at that.
And Meyer joins the club of perfect round,
9-5,
including the bonus
and
question.
The kid goes into round number 2 with a 4-point lead. But round number 2 is where anything can happen because it is the wheel round, the wheel of fate, doom, and justice. On that third wheel, you're going to see the fan favorite
That
opponent's choice and the competitor desires.
That there
Winners
wheel
choice
there.
along with 10 categories, 10 different genres in the movie trivia Schmoedown Galaxy. Each wedge contains 4 questions. Each question is worth 2 points. There's no penalty for missing a question. However, there is stealing available in round number 2. So if a competitor misses a question, we will ask your opponent if they can fill in the right answer. If you're not sure of what the answer is, ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. So this is the wheel round, so each competitor gets a spin at the wheel. Brendan Meyer, you find yourself at a 4-point advantage over Video Drew. Do you want to spin first, or do you want to defer to Drew?
I will defer.
She'll defer,
All right,
and
so
That is very gentlemanly of you.
she's going to get up there. Good
Kid
chance to
winning video
remind everyone today's wheel is sponsored by our Schmoedown patron Jake Burnham on patreon.com.
Another Jake.
Hey.
Sponsored
other
wheel
Jake.
slices for today's matches are Ron Howard, Little Ronnie Howard, and War Movies. Thank you, Jake. All right,
thank
Drew.
you, Ken, for setting
Okay.
that up.
You,
In
got it.
both,
So
I'm
wheel,
like,
not the pegs.
I know a little, not everything.
Wow.
That's a good
That's a
good
spin.
way to get through life.
That
Actually.
counts.
Okay, she
Spins
spun
in.
Jake's wheel.
Like
She-
that
she-
spin.
Oh,
Nicole
so
Kidman,
close.
Almost
Kidman.
par.
You can decide to keep that or spin
Kidman.
again.
Do it again.
She's going to go with Nicole Kidman.
Nicole
Kidman
Kidman.
movies.
All right, so Nicole Kidman.
Huh.
She's like Chewbacca in that her eyes tell so much of a story.
Search. I like
Just
that.
so drawn in.
Though if
Are they
it was,
blue?
Bibiani, he'd just stand in the corner there and answer questions from afar.
They're
It
like
is nice
just
to have competitors seated.
His
dark
work
circles of blackness,
All right,
black
I'll be asking
holes that you
your
just want to
questions.
get sucked
4
into.
in the world of Nicole
Like
Kidman.
Dorina could use them as a hot tub if she wanted to.
In 2013's The Railway Man, who stars as a former British soldier tortured by the memory of his time as a Japanese prisoner of war during World War II?
Multiple choice, says Video Drew.
Video Drew has the options of A. Christian Bale, B. Hugh Laurie, C. Colin Firth, or D. Sean Bean.
Video Drew says A.
That is incorrect.
Colin
So for the steal,
Firth?
your options are Christian Bale, Hugh Laurie, Colin Firth, or Sean Bean.
Colin Firth.
Give the kid a point.
1 point steal.
Hey.
Got a steal.
1 point steal.
She's more committed to her character than
All right,
Lon
next up
Harris.
for
And that's saying
Video
something.
Drew,
Mhm.
In the world of Nicole Kidman movies, who directed
She's gonna lose.
Colin Farrell, Nicole Kidman, and Kirsten Dunst in the remake of The Beguiled?
Sophia Coppola.
Multiple choice, says Video Drew.
Is it A. Catherine Bigelow, B. Clint Eastwood, C. Sophia Coppola, or D.
Eastwood
Tom
directed the
Hooper?
original.
That would be C.
Sophia Coppola for a point.
That's a point.
And Video Drew is on the board here in round number 2.
Yikes.
Next question. Who plays India, the daughter of Nicole Kidman's character in the 2013 film Stoker?
Video Drew asked for multiple choice.
Video Drew can have multiple choice. Is it A. Carrie Mulligan, B. Maya Wasikowska, C. Keira
Jeez.
Knightley, or D. Saoirse Ronan?
Can you repeat the question?
I certainly can. Who plays India, the daughter of Nicole Kidman's character in the
Saoirse Ronan?
2013 film Stoker?
I'm going to go with Mia Wachowski, says Video Drew.
We'll give it to you. If
Oh.
she got the
All
right
right.
answer,
Yep.
it's 1
Babe.
point. And with that, Video Drew has pulled to within 3 of Brendan Meyer.
Not exactly the last name, but go ahead.
Yeah.
In round number 2,
Wasikowska,
the category of
just-
Nicole Kidman.
There were a lot of syllables in those choices, so
Who
just go with
directed
it.
Nicole
It's
Kidman
a difficult
in the
Eastern
2004
European name.
remake of The Stepford Wives?
Does Video Drew have one more multiple choice?
You have all the
You
multiple
can use
choices.
multiple choice as long as you want.
Then Video Drew will use
I'm
multiple
just
choice.
wondering why
Then
you
Mark Ellis
went
will
with
give it to
Kidman.
you. Is it A. Nora Ephron, B. Barry Sonnenfeld?
I don't know if she
C.
knew she
Frank
could spin
Oz,
again.
Or D. Barry Levinson?
Would you repeat the question for Video Drew?
That's your last usage
Final
of the JT rule.
JT.
Who directed Nicole Kidman in the 2004 remake of The Stepford Wives?
And Goss.
And your options are A. Nora Ephron, B. Barry Sonnenfeld, C. Frank Oz, or D. Barry Levinson?
Video Drew knows Frank Oz, so she will go there.
Wow, 1
Oh.
point for Video Drew.
Okay.
And
All
so
right.
negotiating the Nicole
Absolutely.
Kidman category, very well, an early steal from Brendan Meyer, but Drew pulls to within 2 points. Of the
Directed
kids.
for
That's a
movie,
pretty
good.
impressive negotiation. From
She's doing it here. It's not all about the
I know,
big
I have
glory
to.
2-point answer. Sometimes you need to keep pace, and that's more valuable. But Brendan is up to spend now.
That's right. Here comes the kid. Lucky.
Let's go, the kid. Plucky. Skip
Right,
it.
are ya?
Lucky.
As my
Up
voice
there, Mark.
returned,
Brilliant.
it has.
Representing Tim
Hmm?
Hortons. Great North.
Oh. Oof.
Oscar movie-
Comic book
book
movies.
He gets comic movies. He's
He,
going to
he
spin
wanted
again.
that Oscar
Like,
wedge bad.
Smart.
He did. He's taking that risk.
He's looking
He
at
could
Jake
get something
Burnham's
he doesn't
wheel.
like. Spin is in. It's
Wheel
coming
Morelli,
on in.
turn, tell
Video
us once
Drew
nobody
is trying to
should
put a hex on him.
learn.
There
This
is
could
it.
be-
Oh.
Wow.
Well, the kid almost got Oscar movies. He was gonna be
Interestingly
happy
enough,
that. Do you think he
AKO
goes
is
with
not
Oscar movies?
possible.
Does he go in a
Is that
different
what he
direction?
wants? He's going with directors. He's going with directors.
Interesting.
All right, 4 questions in the
Category that-
category
all
of directors. You do have
Okay.
multiple choice. You
And-
have all of your JT rules left.
Okay.
4
He
questions.
lost to.
Category director.
Yeah.
Robert Zemeckis made his directorial debut on what feature-length film that came out in 1978?
Oh, with a multiple choice on Oaks, that's standard for a Beatles song.
He's looking for
Used cars?
Incorrect.
Oh.
Does Video Drew have a steal in her?
That would be big.
For 2 points.
For 2 points.
American Werewolf in London.
Incorrect. We're looking for I Want to Hold Your Hand.
I Want to Hold Your
Good
Hand.
guess, good answer attempts there from both, but I Want to Hold Your Hand. So,
Beatles song.
Beatles movie?
it is, sir.
Is
it
it really?
is. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I tell you something.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, he
You
got
ever
lucky.
did a Dave Clark 5?
Yes.
Not yet.
All right, not yet. All right, second question. The category directors. Robert Altman directed what 2000s film about a group of pretentious, rich, and famous coming together at a hunting resort only to become suspects when a murder occurs?
Gosford Park.
That is correct for 2
I
points.
feel like there was a
Give
word
me that
missing
one.
from that question.
Sorry for the
He was
stumble.
glad all over when he heard that question.
Question
People,
number 3.
maybe.
Question number
Yeah.
3. Ava DuVernay made her feature film directorial debut with this 2010 independent film, which she also wrote and produced.
I'm going to have to go multiple on this one.
All right. A, Fish Tank. B, Inside Job. C, Nowhere Boy. D, I Will Follow.
I will follow.
That's correct for a point. That's correct for a point. 13-8 lead.
Is that about you too?
That's a good reference to a song I enjoy.
Thanks.
All right.
Here for you.
Here we go. All right. Final question. Final question.
This could get Brendan to a 7-point advantage going into round number 3. Big question right here, Ken.
All right. Who directed and appeared in 1993's Rookie of the Year?
Go multiple choice on that one.
A, Bill Paxton. B, Daniel Stern. C, Tony Danza.
Bill
D,
Paxton?
Timothy Busfield.
I also was thinking Bill Paxton.
What the hell? Why not?
Timothy Busfield?
Incorrect. Video Drew, do you have a steal? I'll give you the answers again. A, Bill Paxton. B, Daniel Stern. C, Tony Danza. D, Timothy Busfield.
Video Drew says Tony Danza.
Incorrect. Looking for Daniel Stern.
Daniel
Daniel
Stern.
Stern. Daniel
They're all
Stern.
off.
It was either Marv or Harry in Home Alone. Great
One of those.
comedic actor.
All right, so Brendan still has a lead. He got some great answers, but Drew is in striking distance.
13-8.
going into
It's
this
not over.
That's right.
No?
Not exactly pulling
Really
away.
depends
And
if
it's hard to
Drew
do
can
that.
get a
Maybe you
good
get
round
4
3.
questions. You have a maximum of 8 points. So while Drew wasn't able to steal anything, I think that the kid maybe
I mean,
if he
if
could have that choice back,
Video
maybe
Drew
he
gets
goes
all
with
3,
another one of his
then
wheelhouse Oscars.
if Brandon
That
misses his
hindsight's
5-pointer,
20/20, but we are looking on.
then
to
we're out
round
to our
number
favorite
3.
place.
This is the wheel.
That's your
That's
favorite
the one
place,
after
isn't
the
it,
wheel
Chris?
round. This is the
Ugh.
round that will determine
I'm still
your
triggered by
fate.
sudden
You guys
death.
each give us a series of numbers that can range from 1 to
Triggered.
10. We need 3 numbers. from
Triggered.
each. Those numbers going to correspond to a different corner of the movie trivia Schmoedown know-how.
You think
First question
competing in
is
sudden
gonna be
death
worth
is
2
bad.
points.
Try
Next one's worth 3
running a
points.
sudden
Anyway,
death
this
match
one's
when you don't have a full clear-cut list of the rules for sudden death.
In round number 3, there's no penalty for missing
That's
a
never
question.
fun.
It's all a test
This
of
is
you
true.
and you alone. So
Nico,
Brendan,
don't get me
find yourself
started on
with
the
a
last
5-point
time
advantage
this guy
going
was
into
in a
round
was in a
number
match
3.
that went to
So we're gonna
sudden
get your
death.
3
I'm pointing at
numbers
Case.
first. What do you like?
1, 9, and 4.
When was the last time?
1, 9, and 4.
About 2 years ago.
There for that.
All right.
No,
Video Drew, we'll need your numbers.
because I definitely was in a match against Sadius Smith, TV
Oh,
fandom,
that's right.
that went to sudden
Video
death.
Drew pick 6 one more time.
You may
Where
know
I
this.
needed to bet on
And 5.
a category that I didn't
As
know,
close to 6
and I
as you
still
could
got it.
possibly get.
I don't think that's actually a fair
Fucking
question. So,
miraculously.
you double up on a number.
That's actually, I don't think we've ever had that
Never
question
had that
before.
question before.
I
Yeah.
wanted to triple it.
I'll take 7 3 different times.
All right, so this
Oh, you're
means
talking
Video
about
Drew,
death,
you're gonna have
sudden
to
death.
answer
Now I got you.
your
The one that
2,
went forever.
potentially all questions first.
Yeah,
It's-
because
it's,
you guys
a little
didn't
pressure
know
on
how
you here
to
now, but you've got
do
some
sudden death.
questions coming. Here's your 2-pointer. You chose number 13. Do you want to administer this, or you
Well, there
want?
hadn't been a
You're doing
precedent for
great so
that
far.
level of
It's Dan
sudden
Marino's
death.
number.
True.
That's
Go ahead.
right. Dan Marino never won a Super Bowl. That means Mark Rippon is better than him. All right.
Those eyes are still scaring me.
You chose number 13.
I'm still
That is
drawn
the
in.
category of 90s movies. Your 2-point question. After being in London, an American werewolf went
Paris?
where in the sequel?
Video Drew says Paris.
That's
I knew
2
it!
points. 2
Well done.
points. That's big. That's big.
Video Drew pulls it within, as you said, striking
I don't know
distance.
these
Yes.
guys
This
are
round
kind of
now,
things
she's
you
looking
should-
squarely at tying the match
shouldn't.
potentially if she gets this next question right.
Absolutely. All right. You chose number 6. You wished it was 3 times that, but 6 comes in the category of action/adventure.
Okay.
Action/adventure. 3-point question. What MCU actor stars as a man trying to save a kidnapped woman after receiving a random phone call in 2004's Cellular.
Oh.
That would be Chris Evans.
That's correct for 3
Wow.
points and a tie game.
Wow.
And a tie
Okay.
game.
Look
We got a
at
game.
that. So now the kid's going to answer a question here because he's staring at his 2-pointer.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to give him his 2-pointer, and then we'll see how that shakes out because Brendan Meyer right now finds himself in the unique position of being tied with Video Drew. Brendan, you selected number 1 for your 2-point question, and that corresponds to the world of directors. Okay. And your question is, who directed 2016's Hunt for the Wilder People?
Taika Waititi?
You can't accept. No, come
No.
on. How to butcher a name? Wow.
Oh, what, okay, sorry.
Looking for Taika Waititi.
Oh, okay.
Can't do it.
Kane McMillan now wants to murder Brendan Meyer.
Not quite close enough.
No, that's fine. I mean, all right.
Almost had it.
Would you have accepted Korg?
It is still tied at 13, Ken. And now
You see now,
what's gonna
sir,
happen
you
is
got my
we're gonna
name
bounce
wrong,
back
so
to
now I'm
Brendan.
going to declare a revolution on
Absolutely
you.
another 5-point question, and this one could force the kid
Oh,
to
he is
answer his
mom
3,
and
really, and his
mom's
3 and his 5.
boyfriend.
Yeah, it's going to put a lot of pressure back on him there. But Video Drew chose number 5. Your 5-point question will come in the category of comic book movies.
Okay.
Woof.
5-point question. Who plays Constantine's cab driver and
Shia
apprentice,
LaBeouf.
Chaz
Shia Boots.
Kramer? 5, 4, 3, 2.
Video Drew's gonna guess Tilda Swinton, even though she knows that's
Tilda
wrong.
Swinton is
Gabriel.
Archangel Gabriel.
Shia LaBeouf was the
All right,
answer.
so
now it's back.
the game is not over yet because
not
Brendan
over.
Meyer still has to get a question right here, and he's looking at his 3-point. He was so close on that Taika Waititi answer. He had it. It was right at the tip of his tongue. It just
The
maybe
tongue
that's the
screwed
Canadian
up.
pronunciation of his name.
It might
I'm not
be. Yeah,
sure.
we might have to file some paperwork later on for that. There.
Tyke Wait.
3-point question coming to
Taika
you. You
Waititi.
chose number 9. Number 9.
Yep.
So number 9 corresponds to coming of age movie.
God.
That's probably how Taika Waititi's name is said in Gungan.
It's my coming of age match.
Your question is,
He's not thinking.
who directed The Spectacular Now?
James Ponsel.
Wait. Why is he getting all the directing questions?
No
Yeah.
idea.
Coming of age. Who directed?
James Ponsall is correct.
Is the winning answer. Video Drew very gracious in defeat. She might have put a curse on him though, but that is a big win for the kid.
That was a really entertaining match. All props to Video Drew for coming in against a fierce competitor with, he's a wolf in sheep's clothing, this kid.
I want her
but
back.
Video Drew not blinking. She got a tough round, too.
She was
Managed to
entertaining as
maneuver her
hell.
way through
Yes.
that and made the kid sweat, which is all you can hope
Heck,
for.
I really love what Video
A
Drew
horror-inspired
does. She has a lot
character
of
that
knowledge
made
across
Nico
a lot of
laugh.
different categories. Sometimes the wheel gets you, or
Still creeped me out a little bit, though.
I thought she
Of course
really
it
did, though, show a lot of great movie knowledge, and hopefully she continues, and we'll see what she says after.
I would say that Video Drew made both Rod Serling and Jordan Peele very proud. And the kid, now this is the kid that we expected to see. I mean, look, he ran into a buzzsaw with Oyama, but maybe it's not the end of their storyline because, Brendan, you know that he's going to be itching for some revenge. He wants to climb into the singles rankings. He's got a lot on
here's
his
what then
mind,
should
and they
happen.
ultimately end,
Chance
with
wins
a belt
against
count.
Paul,
May
then you have a
go,
rematch.
It all starts with a victory. Your first one gets you on that road, and Brendan the Kid got a big
Because,
victory here.
To be
Let's hear
fair,
from the
Meyer
competitors.
did
Let's hear from the
completely
competitors. Jen
destroy
Sturgeon, all yours.
Paul at
What's
the
up,
free
movie
call.
trivia Schmoedown fans? Jen Sturger here
Wait.
with Drew Grant. That was
Let's hear this interview.
So close.
Sometimes you must lose in order to win on your opponents the next time.
Oh, okay. Well, what did you learn in that match against Brendan?
Their weaknesses, and that I don't know a lot of American comic book movies.
Yeah,
That's a pretty big category to
That's fair.
study, especially here at the
especially if
Schmoedown.
it's Constantine. It's kind of more
What
of
did,
an obscure movie.
It's Video
Constantine's
Drew.
British, technically.
Video
The
Drew
character
says
is
yes.
British.
What did
But the
Video
production
Drew
was
learn
American.
from
It
Nicole
was
Kidman?
all
Were
American,
you a
and
little
Keanu Reeves
surprised
was
at
very
the
American in that
depth of
movie.
those questions?
Video Drew is a huge Nicole Kidman fan, but was expecting other
Yes.
questions. Something about the others, maybe. Eyes Wide Shut. All my favorite Nicole Kidman movies.
Moulin Rouge.
And she would have been
Batman
happy
Forever.
with those?
Yes,
Yes,
Video
that
Drew
went in descending
definitely,
order.
as much as she can feel happiness, would have been happy. And
Oh.
she will be happy again.
Yes, she will. Speaking of, I hear she has a teammate coming up.
Oh.
We're supposed to take the Schmoedown by
Oh.
storm. Can you tell me
How
who that
about
may
what
be?
now?
Chris, she has a
I cannot
teammate.
tell you who it will be. I just know that Video Drew has formed an alliance, a very strong alliance, that will decimate the league, that will decimate Schmoedown, and will one day rule them all. That would make Video Drew very, very happy.
Cool. So we're restarting the craft. Tough loss today. I'm really, really excited to see
What is wrong with
what
you,
your
man?
partner's gonna be. This is gonna be
What isn't?
exciting, right, guys? And we're back with Brendan the Kid Meyer. This is the kid we all love. It's gotta feel good to be back in the W column. I mean, obviously, Oyama gave you kind of a struggle, and then you won the hearts of America and Schmoedown worldwide with your performance at Free For All. This has got to feel good.
Oh, yeah, it feels so good, and it's really just a great relief to get back to 1-1. And that first match was two things. One, it was Paul Oyama. I have so much respect for him. I think he is incredible. And
That makes one of you. But
well, as far as his maybe his attitude towards the league is not so great, but I think his knowledge is really great. And so I think that was a tough first match. And I also think I had some first match jitters, and this time I felt a lot more comfortable up there. And the free for all gave me so much experience, and being lucky enough to stay up as long as I did, kind of felt like I got an extra 2 or 3 matches worth of experience.
Do you feel like that really helped build your confidence and be like, oh, okay, I can do this, and kind of kicks those jitters out of the way?
I think so. It was really nice. You come out, you have your first match, and it doesn't quite go the way you hope, and you think, oh, maybe I can't win in the league. And then, I got into the free-for-all, which is so luck-based as well, but I got to really show my stuff and was really fortunate to get the shot. And Drew played great. She was coming right back there at the end, and I was glad to be able to pull it out.
Yes, Video Drew was fantastic.
Video Drew, yes. No, that was very, very funny. I wasn't sure. I mean, I didn't have a comeback. That was pretty funny.
We still don't know. We still don't know what's going on with that one,
Yeah.
but we'll find out. Speaking of alliances and stuff, what's this thing with you and William Bibiani, the Beast? What's that about?
I mean, he's just been really, really
Newest member of the
supportive,
Growling
and
Commandos,
he was there for my very, very
please.
first match against Paul, and he was very supportive beforehand. And I
Is
think
it
we
like
kinda,
a mentorship?
Yeah,
or
it
is
definitely-
it a friendship?
I mean, I'd like to think it might be a bit of a friendship, but maybe it's just a mentorship. But he was really great. We kind of went through.
This
it
is
pretty
like
well.
Doctor
I mean,
Strange
he obviously
asking
lasted way
Iron Man,
longer than I
what
did,
is your
but we worked there
relation?
together
Is
for
he
a very,
like
very
your
long time? And I think we'd look over at each other sometimes, and I think a real connection was formed there. And yeah, he sent me a note today to good luck in the match, and yeah, it's been
Aw.
great. Yeah,
Yeah, you go through something like that together, you got to form a special bond, right?
totally.
So I guess the next question is, who's next?
I don't know. I mean, I'm up for anyone. I mean, I feel like I get better with every single match. I felt like this match, I started great, had the perfect round, was a little wobbly in the middle.
How
there.
much
I
caffeine do you think
I
he
can't
had
whatever
before
came out of
this?
my mouth there.
None.
But I feel
I'd
like
have given
He's
it to
just
you.
like
yeah,
that.
well, I'm getting closer.
You
and
almost
closer.
gave Jay Washington a heart attack off to the side of the stage.
It's that
Other than
Canadian
that-
blood
Well,
just pumping through
I
his
had to do,
veins.
I hadn't done anything awkward. in the
Also,
match, so I knew it was
Sugar
probably
gets
about
you
time.
like this,
But
not
no,
necessarily
Gotta
caffeine.
make that quota.
Yeah, but you
I'm
know
just
what? It
really
worked.
happy you've learned how to speak into a microphone now.
Yeah, I know.
As an actor, that's got to be weird, where you're like, I'm used to it being boom.
Yeah, I think
You're like, oh, I have to speak into this.
honestly, especially at the beginning of the free for all, I really was like nervous, and I think I was just so focused on the answers that I forgot about the microphone.
You're like, was that one right?
Yeah,
that
I'm just
one
like
right?
showing the board, hoping anyone can like see it. Yeah.
You're like, but I've got excellent penmanship. That's gonna get me through
I don't
this.
have that either. That's why I needed to take the time to make sure it was legible.
Oh, so anyone and everyone, you
Yeah,
are
I
just
mean-
ready to face whatever.
I don't think I've put it together yet in one match, but I really do think that as I continue to grow, my game can really get to a very, very high level. So I think that everybody in the league is scary, but I think I can hold my own with anyone.
I feel pretty good about your odds too. I'm not gonna lie. So we'll see what happens. Back to you guys.
Well, you see that, Ken. I mean, look, Video Drew realizing that this is a big thing she walked into, and I think that she handled it with a unique sensibility, with some grace, some class, talking in the third person. I like what she brought to the movie.
I love it. You sometimes just got to dip your feet in that water, and eventually you jump on in and swim, and that's what I think we saw with Brendan the kid today. He's a very gracious, affable guy. You see, but you could tell he's serious about the competition here and has an eye on the future.
He wants to win bad, and you see the look in his eye where this is a competitive youngster we're talking about here. So I think he's got a bright future. Both competitors, bright future here in the movie Trivia Schmoedown. And us, well, our best days are probably behind us. But you can buy Ken's new book, Why We Love Star Wars, and that is going to help fund both of our retirements. So pick that up wherever you buy book. Walden Books, do they still?
No, B. Dalton and Walden Books, unfortunately, my dream of having a book in there never going to come true.
Like most dreams. That is Ken Knapsack. I am Mark Ellis. Make sure you guys check us out in San Diego Comic-Cons, where all the action is in the nerd community. And boy, do we have an
That poster is still great. They just need to update the bell.
Yeah, they
Speaking of Comic-Con, I'm doing some stand-up down there Thursday night. 2 shows at American Comedy Company. This guy's probably popping on there. I'll be there as well. You can get tickets at markellislive.com. For Ken Knapsack, Christian Harloff, I'm Mark Ellis. Baby Carrots saying, I love you.
I know.
Tuning into the movie.
Well done. Well done.
Oh.
I don't think we ever met.
Hey.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I'm Gucci. Looks like you got a lot of stuff going on with yourself lately.
Yeah, man. I don't get it. Everyone in this league is insane. It's a bunch of sociopaths. It's crazy.
Dude.
I, for the most part, agree with you with that.
Look who you're talking to.
You know, I've been
You're
watching.
talking to the king of sociopathy.
You need to be careful who you're rolling with, in my opinion.
What do you mean? Are you?
You know, just like start watching who you're rolling with.
Are you talking about Kaiser? Because I know the guy looks like a bargain bin Andy Serkis, but like.
I don't think. Well, I mean, just like sort of watch who you're rolling with.
Oh my God! Yes.
Are you saying maybe there's room in the Horsemen?
I did not say that.
Well, then what are you saying? Then just what? Use your words.
Yeah.
And tell me what you mean.
Be careful who you're rolling with. You know what I mean?
Nobody here makes any sense. I don't understand.
Okay. To be fair, Dagnino never made much sense.
No.
No. He is Dagnino.
Yeah, he's definitely not human. But okay.
I wonder what that scene is going to lead to, though.
I do wonder.
Survivor Series cannot come sooner enough because I feel like they've got all the managers at war. They've got all the alliances are being formed. Factions are getting bigger. Something is in the water, and they're setting something big. They're setting up a big war.
Mm-hmm. And it can't come soon enough.
No.
It really can't.
No.
But until then, we have to wait. Brendan Meyer wins. Not a TKO or KO. Interestingly.
No.
Hey, he has the knowledge, but I heard someone once describe JTE as like a scrapper. Like, he's not going to play perfect rounds. He's just going to do enough to get the win and get the job done and move on to the next match. And in which case, that's kind of where we are with Brendan Meyer right now. He is at that stage where he's only had 2 matches overall. And he never really competed in the fan leagues. He just literally played along to shows that he showed up at as a fan. And, a little bit more experience, especially working with Bibbs, it's going to pay off in the long run. So just a 1-1 record, and so I'm going to expect these types of performances from him. I'm also going to expect some improvement from him, and he's going to get better over time.
Probably.
Yeah.
Chris?
I expect the same thing, and I think I'm in love. Okay, for real though. I like I said, I genuinely want to see more of Drew because I feel like, again, just like with Brendan, because remember, in his first match, like, we saw potential, but he still kind of crapped the bed. And again, we saw the same thing with Drew's. Like, because she hit those first 2 questions in round 3 like they were nothing.
Yeah.
And
that's true.
And she honestly has one of the most fun characters I've seen in a while.
She plays it so
She
well.
plays it great.
Who do you think is going to be her partner? Because she apparently has one, and I'm just anticipating it to be the most out of left field.
Oh, it'll be someone who's not competed currently, I can imagine.
I have the most wild guess, and it's mostly just for the ridiculous factor. But I, for some reason, feel like it might be the former movie fights champion, Cucumber the Felted Friend. Just because, like, that pairing would be so... Yes, the puppet. Just because it's so out of nowhere that's... Hey, I didn't say it was going to be a right prediction. I just said I have, and
you advertised it well. It's completely out of left field.
Yeah, you're right. It's completely out of left field. It's just I don't know if that's how it's going to be.
Bonkers.
But that's why it would be brilliant. But you know what? Fair point.
We'll see. Anyway, I'm just looking at these rankings, and there are actually like a couple of people that I think Brendan could take on. Andrew Guy.
Yeah.
Stacey Howard. Josh McCouga.
Yeah, he's not being allowed back anytime soon.
Oh, wait, that's true. Okay, never mind. Well, David Del Rio.
David Del Rio has a match with Liz Shannon Miller.
Oh,
okay. That's good. That's very good, though.
That's right. Oh, that's going to be a great match.
And otherwise, Rose Knight. She only played once against the Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, she does have a win, so that...
if we're talking about Brendan, Drew McWeeny hasn't been on that great of a run lately in singles.
By the way, yeah, he is also down there because, yeah, McWeeny is ranked 18th with a 4-5 record. So it's not crazy.
Plus, that would put Brendan on complete alert of the league.
That's the thing. It is a win that both of them definitely need. Brendan needs it to instantly let everyone know, I'm here, I'm legit, and I'm going to go far. If Drew wins, though, he's back in it. But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I just threw out a couple of names that I think could be very interesting for Brendan to face. That's why, I mean, he's just, like his opponent, he's very entertaining to watch. He has the knowledge, and I think he can go far. So I'm looking forward to where he can go. Did we say everything?
Yeah, pretty much.
The first name Drew curse strikes again.
To be fair, Drew McWeeny was the team champ at one point, so that's the thing. But yeah, other than that, I don't think we have anything else to say. Guys, please like the video, comment on it, anything you saw in the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're going to plug ourselves. So, Nico, where can people find you doing your dance?
Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, at Nico Suave Regoli. That's NicoSuaveRegoli, or just Nico Suave with 4 random numbers at the end on Discord. You can find me over at Multiplex Entertainment is the name of the Facebook group and the YouTube channel. The Twitter is at MultiplexYT. The Instagram is Multiplex Entertainment Network. tpublic.com/users/multiplex. Buy our awesome shirts and check out me and Zaddy Smith every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for Crisis on Earthplex. I don't know what you two are laughing at right now, but I'm just going to keep talking anyway. Combat Wrestling Trivia is the name of the Facebook group. Combat Wrestling Network is the name of the YouTube channel. The poorly made Twitter handle is at Combat Wrestling, the number 2. There's no letter G. If you like wrestling trivia, if you like wrestling overall, come find us, Donna Cesario, James Berryman III, every Thursday night for the Raw and SmackDown breakdown. You're not phasing me here. You're not phasing me. right here on D2A and all the places these two knuckleheads were saying at the moment. And shit, what am I forgetting? Rolling Crits on Twitch or at Rolling Crits on Instagram. And the Multimedia Trivia Pop Quiz Championship coming soon to a YouTube near you.
Yes, indeed, that. Chris, where can people follow you?
You guys can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Stardust, Letterboxd, and Discord at Skywalker Dome. You guys can follow this very channel on Twitter and Instagram at D2A Channel. Please like our Facebook page. And guys, remember, this Friday night on the Who Cares Anime podcast, hosted by yours truly, we have the special guest to end all special guests, Zach Stentz, the writer of Thor and X-Men First Class, to come talk about his new film, Rim of the World, out on Netflix right now. So go watch it, and then come to the live show on Friday and ask him and help us ask him some questions about it.
Yes, and you can find me doing weird dances while other people are plugging themselves right here on Dedicated to Art. Yeah, I do Schmoedown reactions here. Game of Thrones is over, luckily and unfortunately, whatever. And check out the live show, indeed. You can follow me at Dutch Movie Guy on Twitter, Case Cornelis on Letterboxd and Facebook. And I don't have much else. So, yes, Friday. It's going to be awesome. And until then, take care.
Nico Suave says, yeah.